Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. The key is focusing on your tribe. Now, I've said this before, but sometimes when I've bring out stuff, I'll bring it up again. I always get new people who hadn't heard it, or some people will question me because they hadn't gone through my archives, and got well over a thousand videos there, 15,000 videos. So there's a lot. So I'll bring it up because this is an important point. Now, what I mean when I say tribe, I don't mean your ethnic group. I don't mean your ethnic group, your racial group, anything like that, your nationality. Your tribe is the group of women that you are naturally compatible with, that they're going to feel you regardless. Every single man has a tribe. It's just the only difference is some men have a large tribe, some men have a very small tribe, but you do have a tribe. I remember when I was working on this job, there was a guy on there who would be considered an incel. He would be considered not just an incel, a hardcore incel. Like, most of the women on this job were not feeling this dude, and thought he was a little crazy. Yet there was one woman, she looked at him, she was ready to jump his bones. She would have jumped his bones and been aggressive about it. She would have been handing it to him. And she might, for all I know, she did hand it to him. All right? But, that wasn't for that dude. That woman was a part of his tribe. Because, see, part of the thing is, in this thing of ours we call game, a lot of guys, they just throwing it. They see a female and, she kind of cute and everything, and they just throwing it. And some guys, they just playing a pure numbers game. Like, whatever women are in the area, they just going. I mean, I've seen that. I remember I was at a club and, hanging out with a buddy, and he was just going woman to woman, literally. Woman to woman, literally. See, understand something. Let me get a little deeper. From the moment you are born, on a DNA level, you're looking to reproduce. On a DNA level, the woman is looking to reproduce. That's the thing. We're here because of sex, reproduction. As soon as we hit puberty, sometimes really before then. If you leave a bunch of kids alone, just leave them alone, don't say anything, they naturally gravitate towards each other. Or naturally. I mean, I remember I saw that with my own sons when they were babies. You had little girls walking over. I remember it was like the family, we eating at this restaurant, and we sitting there chilling. My son was like just started walking, the youngest one. He was about 2, and he didn't even want to sit in the chair. He was just standing up in the chair. This little girl came from all the way up from the other side of the room right over to him, was like, hi. I remember another time when my oldest son was 4 years old. We on a playground, and this little girl grabbed him, and they were just hugged up. And me and the little girl's mom, we just looked at each other. It was just like, we just shook our heads and stuff, right? But that's natural. See, that's natural within us. But see, that DNA also knows which women or which males, depending on what your point of view. If you're a woman listening to it, which males, and if you're definitely a man, which, this is primarily focused on, which women are just natural to you, And your tribe is going to have certain things. Like your tribe is going to have a certain body build. That's one of the main things. The body is the primary way to arouse a partner sexually. That's why I focus so much on it. People focus on all this other stuff, but they forget on a DNA level, primal level, you're going to have that drive to reproduce. That's in nature, everything, even flowers, animals, humans, bacteria will reproduce. And so it's on a DNA thing, but the DNA just isn't just any old person. Now, some men would get with any woman who's available to them and stuff, but there's always some women that they're going to want him regardless. Even with his body build, he don't have to be like an alpha showpiece or anything, but they're going to like whatever his build is specifically. That's one of the things, right? So let me break down. So you have a certain look to you, a certain DNA to you. You know, when a woman look at you on a subconscious level, she's looking to reproduce that. She's looking to reproduce that. And see, part of that, what she finds attractive is going to be based on the males in her family and the males she's related to, because that's really her first blueprint. That's her first blueprint. Even if she don't, so if dude is stocky, the men in her family are stocky, she's going to have a strong natural attraction to stocky men. And usually that'll lead to their imprint. Because if they have a strong natural attraction, then the first guys they're going to want to have sex with are going to look that way. You know, regardless of what their personality is. Regardless of what their personality is. You're going to have that strong physical attraction. So a guy's tribe, first of all, he's going to resemble like the type of men that are in her family. Size and everything. That's going to be a strong thing. That's why you get a lot of couples. A lot of strong couples, they actually look alike. They look like they could be related. And there's a deeper level to that, but and the people who know about the blood matrix, we can go over that. I ain't going to discuss it here. Some stuff, if I've thrown it out before, I'm going to let you look for it. But, so, you know, so a guy, first he has to pay attention to which women seem to find him physically appealing. And they're going to show it in their actions. They're going to be around him. They're going to smile more at him. You know, in many cases, they're going to either put themselves in his vicinity or try to actively seduce him. So what the man has to do is pay attention to all the commonalities with the women. And the first thing is to pay attention to their physicality. You know, are these like pretty women with pretty faces and slim bodies? Are these women with big old breasts? You know, are these like endomorphic women? You know, mesomorphic, ectomorphic? Like, look at all of that stuff. That's on the primal thing. And then that's the first level of it. That's the first level of the tribe, what their physicality is. And then the second level is what their culture is. Because remember, biology is filtered through culture. So sometimes even if that woman is the physical type and she'll have some attraction, there might be a problem dealing with her if you're like an upper class male and she's from a poor area. She'll have a basic attraction for you, but y'all being able to get along. See, your tribe is also your tribe of women, not just is physically attracted to you, but you can get along with them personality-wise, value-wise. That's a very important thing, you know. So if your value is education, your value is your spiritual beliefs, your values are your economic beliefs, like you have a wealth consciousness and not a poverty consciousness. The women who match that most, then that is a part of your tribe. And that's very important, you know. And then just the personality thing. People have different personalities. They are born with different. Any parent who has more than 2 children can see this, and it starts from childhood. You don't, you know, part of the personality and what they do is implanted from the outside world, but they come in with certain things. They come in. Anybody with kids, they can say they came in behaving a certain way, you know. Some kids are jumping all around. Some are kind of chilled, you know, whatever. So part of your tribe is the type of woman who is naturally compatible with your natural persona, your natural disposition. Like if you are like cool, calm type of person, your tribe is the women who are attracted to a cool and calm persona and can actually complement that persona. Or if you one of those outgoing, like gregarious people, the type of women who are attracted to that naturally, who can click with that naturally, that's your tribe. And see, when a man does that, he'll find that when a man like really learns his tribe, like if you man listening to this, write them down, write it down, write down the women that you click with, write down the women you didn't click with. If you focus on that, you know, you focus on that, who the women that you are naturally with, and then just say, you know what, this is all I'm going to focus on. you'll find your relationships will be better. Now, is it going to be perfect? No, nothing's going to be perfect. But you'll find you won't have the same amount of drama and conflict. They'll be more natural. These will be the women that you'll have a more sexual connection with, a strong sexual connection. And that's deep to the point where even the genitals are fit. Yeah, I might have to do something else on that one. That's how deep it is. And, it's just the persona, disposition will fit better. I mean, there's always going to be something that's going to be an issue, and it's never going to fit perfectly. That's almost impossible. Not almost impossible. Sometimes if you meet that person who just clicks perfectly, shoot, you need to be wifing them up, But that's extremely rare. But as far as finding like a general group, focus on that group, and then don't worry about somebody who don't fit into that group. Don't worry about them. Just be like, okay, you cool. That's when you can focus on your own life. So the key, focus on that tribe, y'all. So anyway, that's all we have for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.